Well, hello, hello, hello. Who is out there? My name is Mitchell Osborn. You can find me at mitchellosborn.com. Let me slide that over there. I am a mindfulness transformation coach, which is what we're going to be doing a little bit tonight. I'm also a psychic medium, and I read tarot cards as well as communicate and work with animals intuitively, psychically. So there's my short story. So I'm going to my page to see if I can share this. So while a few of you are gathering, if anybody gathers tonight, so yeah, I think I can share this. So let's see. So hello, if you're out there, let me know. Post a comment. Hopefully someone will join me. I see one person popping on. So hello, how are you? Who's it? Norm is watching. Hey, Norm. Yeah, I have little spies. So I'm Norm Krieger. Mentioned you in a comment. Hey, Norm. Hello, hello. So I'm gonna have some questions in just a moment. I'm seeing if I can share this from my business page, which is the Pet Psychic Animal Communicator, to my personal page as the Psychic and Medium. Oh yeah, so it is kind of like a watch party. Okay, good. So I like that. That's kind of cool. I'm wondering where else I could share it. Maybe I can share it onto a group. Let me see what else. Ooh, Orlando Terror Tribe. Yeah, let me share it there. See, because those are pages I am in charge of. And then at least no one will get mad at me. Because I got blocked a while back when I was just doing my business work and kind of sharing some things. So, Norm, how are you? So far, okay, there's somebody else out there. So I have a mindfulness lesson planned tonight, but I feel like something different is going to happen. and I think that's going to depend on what you guys say. So I'm kind of waiting to see if some other people join, and then I'm going to ask a simple question. But how are you guys doing tonight? Whoever's out there, Norm, I see you're out there. Who else? If you want to let me know that you're out there, you're watching, great. If not, you can stay fly on the wall. I don't mind at all. Doing well, and I know you're good. so. So I will share in just a moment just how I've been feeling like today and past couple of days and things like that. And this is where the mindfulness meditation may go a different route tonight. So so if you're out there, this is going to be a little bit of a mindfulness lesson, and we're going to do an actual mindfulness meditation. We usually last maybe 25 minutes, 30 at the most. Depends on the lesson. It may be short one tonight. The meditation is usually like 8 to 12 minutes. So so if you're out there and you want to say hey where you're watching from, that would be great. Love if you do a watch party and share this onto your page, but not necessary. I know some people don't want everybody to know what your business and what you're into. So my question is this. And if you've been feeling some intense energies, and if you've been feeling emotionally kind of up, kind of down, and just that's not the norm for you, especially in the last maybe week or two, or even month or so, just let me know. Just like yes, me, or yeah, I understand. And also, what I want to know is what are some of when you think of how you've been feeling. What are some of the emotions you might want to attach with it? And for me personally, I've been feeling, just like I kind of feel like some dips and stuff like that. Hey, Cheryl, some dips here and there, and I've felt some anxious feelings. I felt overwhelmed about things that normally wouldn't get me overwhelmed. One of the things is like getting visas ready for a trip in March, going over to China, and unsettled. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Those are some of the key words. Unsettled. Thank you. I'm writing some of these down because I'm going to use them in the mindfulness. For me, I'll say anxious. Unsettled, and getting a visa if you've never got one can be a little daunting. There's like 22 pages and out of sync. I like that. out of sync. And what I'm doing is I'm writing down some of your words because I'm going to use them in the mindfulness meditation. Nervous, okay. Because I was going to do something tonight and I'm not now. So, hey, Linda. So if, those of you joining us, if you've been feeling kind of this out of sync, nervous, anxious, what was the word I used? Overwhelmed. That's another one, overwhelmed. Let me know if some of the words echo with you or if you have some of your own words that you've been experiencing and feeling, because I'm going to use your keywords in a mindfulness meditation. So Cheryl, it looks like you're tagging some people. I love it. she's like, Glenda, you need to be here. Tammy, you need to be here. So hopefully they show up. And Cheryl's like, okay, she's inviting the posse. So so it's 7 minutes into this, and probably at least around 10 to 12 minutes into this, I'm going to take us into a mindfulness meditation, kind of focusing on this energy, this unsettled, anxious, out of sync, nervous, overwhelmed feeling, and just kind of help us, connect with it, work through it. Sometimes just turning your attention on these feelings can lessen the intensity. But I try not to be, or it's not my goal to be, that doom and gloom person. But every once in a while, and I love the astrologers who kind of lay it out there pretty truthfully. And sometimes they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is intense energy." Sometimes they lay it out there and say, "You know what? For me, I like to say, yes, it's intense energy right now, but it's like a wave. And if you're standing in the water waist deep and you see a wave coming at you, it can fill you with excitement or it can fill you with fear. Excitement if you're a surfer and a body surfer. Fear if you're a 70-year-old woman who's playing with her grandkids." And the reason I say this is because you can either ride the wave in like a rock star. There's the excitement part of it. It's just energy. Or it can knock you to the ground and you come up battered and bruised. So a lot of times when people talk about the energy coming, hey, Tracy, it just depends on how you utilize it. If your house is struck by lightning, if a forest is struck by lightning, sometimes that is a purification and a building of new growth. And sometimes we can look at it. It's difficult because our house gets hit by lightning and we've got personal mementos, our safety, memorabilia, and all these kind of things. And maybe you've been tired, and maybe that was the universe's way of saying, enough, let's get rid of this stuff. You've been moaning and aching about it. So Linda said, been feeling tired. So I'm gonna write the word tired down. I think that's a good word for a lot of us. So, hey, Tracy, and Norm says, feel like in a fog. I'll write that one down. Or body of energy field, not together. Energy field. And I try not to put words in energy field, not together. If that makes sense, it does. So, yeah, Cheryl, I love it, Cheryl. You're tagging everybody. So I'm just writing down some keywords because then I'm going to utilize your keywords so they have a little bit more power. And as a NLP, EFT, and a hypnotist, hypnotherapist, these are ways we elicit the power of your own words within the healing, within the realignment. I'm a big fan of the words harmony and alignment over the word healing, because on a very high spiritual level, I don't believe there is healing for us, because I think on that high level, we are perfect, whole, and complete. We've stepped into this body, into this moment to learn something, and that may be the dis-ease or the pain or the suffering that we're going through. That may be what we're learning. And I like to think if we can bring ourselves into the most harmonious and aligned place of our true self, then I feel like what we're experiencing is part of our path at that moment, if that makes sense. Hey, Kim, good to see you. We missed you recently. So I know you're getting your groove on. So yeah, so you guys, any questions before we dive into this mindful meditation? I'm going to read some of the keywords back. And if you have some keywords you want to add about how you've been feeling or what you've been experiencing lately, then you can type those in. It takes about 30-40 seconds for me to see them. So, type like single, one or two, maybe 3 words at the most. But some of the keywords of what you guys have expressed so far: I've been feeling unsettled, a little anxious, out of sync, nervous, overwhelmed, tired, in a fog, energy field not together. So those are some of the key words that, I feel some of us have been experiencing, and some of you guys have expressed those feelings. So let me know if there's anybody else. And then, like I said, we're going to go into a little mindfulness meditation. When we get there, you're just going to be with your eyes closed if it's safe and you're comfortable doing that. I'm going to put a landscape up, and I made a new one. I'll show you my new one real quick. So this is my new one. Ta-da! Mindfulness session in progress. The reason I made that, because I just had the other one, and I can imagine people coming on and just seeing this and like, well, I hear a voice, but I don't know what's going on. So I wanted to let them know there's a mindfulness going on. Searching, Cheryl, I love it. You've been feeling the searching, beautiful. And it doesn't have to be like, overwhelmed or anxious or tired. It can be like searching. Donna Pettit said feeling tired. So we've got tired, yes. So we've got tired already. So Tracy Smith, you said nice. Is that just like an echoing of some of the words you see, or is that something you've been feeling? Oh, Marcus, I love it. Nostalgic. That's a beautiful one. And the reason I like that one is because cute. You've been feeling cute lately, Cheryl. Is that one of your words? Cute? If it is, let me know. Say yes, cute. And Tracy, if nice is like what you've been feeling, you can write yes, nice. Oh, nice to the pick. Oh, thank you. Okay, good. Not that we want to only have the words that feel somewhat heavy and dense. And we got anxious. And Natasha, I'm using the word anxious rather than anxiety. Because I like anxious as a feeling. Anxiety is often a diagnosis, and I I don't work with diagnoses unless the doctor has given me permission. Frustrated, beautiful, but yes, anxious feelings can create anxiety. So and I choose. It's just semantics is what it is. Smiling with you, thank you, Tracy. So Susan, frustrated, I love it, and that word resonates with me as well. Because like the other day, I'm washing something in the sink and it kept knocking over. I'm like, oh, it's just like a simple action, or trying to put a hanger back in and it keeps bouncing off of something, or it keeps sticking. And why won't it just slide right in like it always does? It's like everything's not in sync. So, Marcus, heartful. I like that. And Marcus, can you elaborate? Maybe heartful. I like the word, but I kind of like, and I don't mind using it, but I'm curious what you mean. If you can elaborate on that, that'd be great. Janet, feeling grateful. So in grateful, can you tell me, Janet, where that fits into some of the erratic or different or heavy or dense energy, or is that just the positive that you've been feeling? The reason I'm asking is because I may start to use those words as from the positive side. Because what I want to ask, and this is where I'm going to ask you to type quickly, rather than these words: unsettled, anxious, out of sync, nervous, overwhelmed, tired, in a fog, energy field not together, searching, nostalgic, frustrated, heartful. Rather than those words, if I had a magic wand and I can wave it over you, give me just each of you, so I don't want a ton of words. Okay, Marcus, I may use those words for the positive, where we want to go. Because heartful as thankful, I like that. So what I'm asking now is, rather than these words, if I had a magic wand, how would you like to feel? So rather than how would you like to feel? So rather than unsettled, anxious, out of sync, nervous, overwhelmed, tired, in a fog, energy field not together, searching, nostalgic, frustrated. How would you like to feel? Just type, each of you that have given me a word, just do one because I don't want it to be too many. Plus I want to get to the meditation. And if you're watching in the archive, I can't reply to you. I can't add your word in. Some of you will come up and you'll see this and like, you didn't respond to me. And I'm like, that's because it's midnight and I'm asleep. Free. Oh, I love it. Love that word. So rather than nostalgic, maybe, because that was your word. Rather than nostalgia, you want to feel free. But even still, released. I love it. Peaceful. Beautiful. All right. Just type one word, and then I'm going to get going in just about 1 more minute. So, and what we're going to do, I'm going to use your words, settled. And they can literally be the opposite. Hopeful. Yeah, if somebody types a word that you love, you can just stick with that. Love that, free, settled, hopeful. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use your words, to get us to where we want to be. All right. If you haven't typed a word yet, just pause because I want to let those that have typed come up, and then I'm going to dive in just so we have enough time because it's already 17 after. Safe. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful words. Free, released, peaceful, settled, hopeful, safe. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let me see if any other words pop up. But if you haven't typed yet, don't type yet. Because like I said, there's like a delay. There's about a 30-40 second delay. So if you didn't put a word in, just hold off because I'm not going to be able to get to it because I'm going to put the screen up in just a moment and start going. So what we're going to do, if you are in a safe, comfortable place and you can put earbuds in, that's the best. But if not, just let your speaker from your phone or your laptop or wherever you are do. If you're driving a car, please do not close your eyes. Meaning, so if you're not safe, and if you're like in a crowded place, maybe not close your eyes. You might get surprised by somebody. If you've got animals or anybody else in the house, you might say, leave mommy, leave daddy alone for about 10 minutes. Animals, sometimes they will just jump on you and that's life. And I know if you're like mine, I have to, and you can see my door over here propped open. If I don't prop it open like that, then Bart will stand at the door, meow. But if he does come in, at least he just comes in quietly and sits in the chair. So I'm going to take you into just a little mindfulness meditation, and it'll probably just be about an 8 to 10 minute one. And I'm going to use some of your key words, so we're going to feel some of these feelings. If they get to be overwhelming, I'll guide you to just pull back, kind of a third person, or, just allow the words, sunshine, the cats crossed over last Monday. Oh, Sunshine the cats crossed over last Monday. Barbara, sending you some beautiful energy. I'm assuming you're telling me that sunshine crossed over the rainbow bridge last Monday. So I know that feeling very much so. So sending you some high vibration. Maybe you can use this meditation to connect with sunshine and maybe allow some of those feelings to really settle with you. And I always tell people anytime they mourn the loss of anybody, but especially animals, just remember as deep as the pain is, that's how wide the love was. That's how wide the love was. So you are welcome. Yes, Barbara, I know. Cry it out. Don't hold it back. Cry it out. That's all I'm going to say. Been there, done that. And the wave comes over you. You'll be driving to work and it's 3 days later and all of a sudden a wave comes over you. Just let it out. All right. So you guys, let's dive into this mindful meditation. I'm going to put the landscape up. So what I encourage you to do is find yourself in a comfortable position, whether it's sitting, lying down. If you have earbuds in, that's wonderful. If not, it's okay. And I want you to just simply bring your awareness to your breathing, to your breath. And all I mean by that is just notice each inhalation and exhalation. If you want and your hands are free, you can place one hand on the belly or the chest and just follow the inhale, the rise and the fall of the chest and belly as the breath comes in and as the breath goes out. And just simply pay attention to the rise and fall of the chest and or the belly. Noticing the breath coming in and the breath going out. And just allow each breath to bring you into a more and more calm and peaceful place. Now, any outside noises or bumps or clicks or murmurs in the hallways or beeps of your phone, just allow them to become soothing, calm reminders of the state of being you're in right now, which is one of peace and safety. With every breath, allow it to release any and all tension, let go of any discomfort, and relax your entire body and mind. Now, as we move through this mindful meditation, if at any moment the feelings become a little overwhelming or a little too difficult to handle, just kind of imagine yourself kind of pulling back from the situation, almost like a little hovering drone pulls up higher and higher on your neighborhood. And the further you go, the more detached you can be just for the moment, not completely, but just less involved, less discomfort, still connected to the situation. Now just take a moment, and I want you to tap into your felt sense, which is the part of your body below your shoulders and above your waistline, that core, that torso area. And as you tap into that area, just see where there may be any feelings that might be unsettling, anxious, any place you might feel out of sync or nervous. Perhaps you feel overwhelmed or just tired. Perhaps there's kind of a feeling of being like in a fog, or maybe your energy field just doesn't feel together. Or maybe right there in the center of your chest or lower in the belly, there's this searching feeling, or a nostalgic feeling, or just an overall overwhelming feeling of frustration and being frustrated. Whatever the feeling may be, whatever you call it, just put your attention on it for just a moment. Now, as you put your attention on those feelings, whatever they may be, unsettled, anxious, out of sync, nervous, overwhelmed, tired, in a fog, feeling just not together or searching or nostalgic or frustrated, whatever it is, as you put your attention on it, perhaps it might increase a little bit. Or more importantly, the more time you spend focusing on just the feeling, not any situation or not something that has caused those feelings, but just the feeling itself. Perhaps, like a lot of feelings, it starts to subside. And if it does, allow it to. And if it doesn't, right away, just simply connect with that feeling, that place in your felt sense, that core, torso area. And perhaps you even ask it, what message do you have for me? What might I be able to learn by focusing a little bit more on you, this feeling, this tired feeling or anxious feeling or frustrated, nostalgic feeling, whatever it may be. And just trust any information you may get, whether you hear it, see it, or feel it. Perhaps what you're looking at has a shape. Perhaps it has a color. Perhaps you notice the texture of the edges, or perhaps notice the hardness of the center of it. Whatever it may be, just be a little curious. And now I want you to think about another place on your body, maybe your earlobe, your knee, or your foot, a place that feels good. And whatever it is, avoid kind of judging or criticizing, but just accept whatever that area is. I want you to see if there's a color associated with it. Whatever color shows up, just allow it to be. And if no color shows up, that's all right as well. And wherever that area on your body that feels good, is, and if it has a color or not. Just allow that color or the energy of that feeling good part of your body to start to seep or move or migrate into that core felt sense of your body. And as it moves into that core felt sense of your body, just allow it to transmute, to transform those feelings that we're not even going to mention anymore. And as it transforms them, you start to feel safe. Or perhaps the word might be calm or hopeful. Or suddenly you're feeling settled. Or there's this overwhelmingness of peacefulness. Perhaps as those energies move in and migrate into that core sense area, you feel a release. And suddenly it feels free. And just allow, as more and more of that good feeling energy migrates and moves into the center core of your body, you feel more and more safe and calm and hopeful. There's more feeling of being settled and peaceful coming in. You feel that release happening, and you feel a wonderful freedom. Now, if you're not feeling much of that, imagine there's a knob or a button or a dial. And just with your mind, just start to turn that knob or button or dial upwards. And as you turn it up from a 1 to a 2, more and more safe, calm, hopeful feelings come in. As you turn it from a 2 to a 3 and a 4, you feel more and more settled and peaceful. And as you go from a 4 to a 5 to a 6, you feel more released and free. And if you feel comfortable turning that knob, that dial, that lever, whatever it is, up to a 7 or an 8 or even a 9, whatever you feel you can do, allow it to happen. And once you get it up there, just kind of fix it on whatever that number is, 5, 6, 7, 8, or even a 9. And just hold that calm, safe, hopeful, settled feeling. Hold that peaceful feeling, that feeling of being free, having released any discomfort, any of those words that we won't even mention anymore. Just set that dial, that lever, that knob to a holding pattern, and hold as long as you can, even beyond this mindful meditation, which we're going to bring to an end very soon. Now I want you to just allow the knob, the button, to just slowly fade as it continues to hold those beautiful, calm, peaceful, settled, free feelings. And as you do, you start to feel more and more of your body. You feel your weight of your body on the chair, the bed, wherever you are. You feel the heaviness of your arms. And you start to breathe fuller, deeper breaths in, allowing those feelings to just stay with you for as long as you can. Allowing that feeling of being safe and calm, that hopeful, settled feeling, just allow it to become part of your very DNA and being. Feeling more and more peaceful, having released any and all of those other words and feelings and emotions that we talked about earlier. Feeling more and more free. Taking the deeper breaths in, and the next time you exhale, just wiggle your fingers just a little bit. Now the next time you exhale, just wiggle your toes, bringing more awareness back into your body. Now next time you exhale, maybe rotate your wrists, maybe point, maybe flex your ankles. Now if you can, and it's comfortable and safe, the next time you inhale, lift your shoulders up And as you exhale, set your shoulders down and back. And the next time you exhale, just gently allow your eyes to open, coming back fully present and aware, feeling rested, safe, calm, hopeful, feeling settled, at peace, having released anything that's not serving you for your highest and best, feeling free of those things that weren't serving you for your highest and best. And so it is. And so it is. So hello, I hope all of you are back with me. Let me know if you made it back. Let me know if you had anything surprising, any aha moments, maybe just what the experience was like for you. Just you can type a couple sentences or one or two sentences. And if you're in the archive watching this or over on YouTube, let me know how this went for you. You're welcome, Marcus, and blessed be. And so it is, and so it is. Hopefully you guys are back with me. Good, Janet. I'm glad it was a good experience for you. You're welcome, Norm. Good, Barbara. I'm glad you're refreshed. And you guys, I do put all these over on my YouTube channel, and I put them under the playlist mindfulness, I think live mindfulness or mindfulness lives, so that if you ever want to go back and do these again, they're there to do again. It's always good to write down what time stamp it is, so you don't have to watch the beginning. Cheryl, thank you, and you as well. Cheryl, hopefully all the people you tagged were able to jump in, or they'll watch it later. So you guys, let me know if you have any questions, any comments, any thoughts. I'm not going to jump off, but I'm going to hang out for maybe another 2 or 3 minutes. You're welcome, Linda. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better mentally and energized. Tracy, P to you too. I think that's like the smiley face with the lip. You're welcome. Yes, Janet, it certainly is. And I encourage you guys to, try some mindfulness every day. And literally, sometimes all you got to do is just turn into the felt sense below the shoulder, above the waist, and just notice what's there. And when your mind wanders off, just bring it back. Okay, hey, Amy. Glad you could join us. So I do mindfulness sessions every other Sunday night. I figured so, Tracy. Sometimes people put like 2 dots in that, and so it's kind of like a sticking the tongue out, which I think is funny. So every other Sunday night, I do a mindfulness session like this. I had a lesson tonight about resolve and New Year's resolution. But as I got closer and closer to tonight, Spirit just kept saying, it's not going to be what you think. It's not going to be what you think. So I even planned it. I have notes and everything. Marcus, I'm glad you were able to find some. I'm glad it felt good. I'm not gonna put words in your mouth. Very soothing. I'm glad. Yeah, so every other Sunday night I do this, and then every alternating Sunday I do Talking Animals with Mitchell. So I think it was Barbara. I'm not sure if you've been on my Talking Animals night, but check out on this page, which is Mitchell Osborn, Animal Communicator, Pet Psychic. That's where I lead these from. And you can post a picture of an animal if you want me to tap in or look into them. You just need to do it ahead of time. You can't just show up and do it. Hey, Lisa. Oh, good. I'm glad you were here. Lisa. Thank you. But also, if you want personal one-on-one mindfulness meditation, go to mitchellosborn.com. You can book a session. We usually do 30-minute session. And just like I got keywords for everybody, I do keywords for certain people. We talk a little bit. It's usually a 30-minute session, $40 for that. It's not a psychic medium session. That's $50 for 30 minutes. And Okay, good, Barbara. I'm glad. And I just do a little talking, ask you what's going on. One of my favorite things to say is, if I have the magic wand and I can wave it over you, how would you like to feel? What would you like? What would you like to happen? And that's often where I start from with this. And usually we're going to start with mindfulness. We may, if we have subsequent sessions, we may step into some NLP or some EFT tapping, or even some hypnosis and hypnotherapy. So, and I am certified in all of those practices, and they're like in my toolbox. So a lot of times I don't know what I'm going to do with you until we get there. It's like okay, what tool do I need to pull out tonight? Good, Susan. I'm glad. Spirit just told me to say this, so I'm going to say it. It's something I say a lot, but everybody remember this: worry is a prayer for the very thing you do not want. I did not coin that phrase. I got it from somebody else. But worry is a prayer for the very thing you don't want to happen. Just it's law of attraction. It's manifesting. It's intention setting. You're manifesting the thing you don't want, and you're calling that, you're vibrating at worry and that stuff that you're very much worried about. I'm worried he's going to leave me. I'm worried he's going to leave me. Well, he left you because that's the vibration you're putting off. I'm worried they're going to, I hate this job. I'm worried that I'm going to be stuck here the rest of my life. Well, Spirit may go, boom, you're out of here, pink slip. So, all right, you guys, not seeing any other questions. So thank you for hanging out with me. Yeah, have an amazing day. Come back to this as often as you want. Like I said, it will be over on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Intuitive Mitchell. And I put these on a playlist, so it's there, easy to find. All right. Namaste. Amy, thank you. Thanks for joining. And until next time, you guys, I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.